Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Storytime with Rob. Can you believe it's been a week already? Today is Friday, and you know what that means. Festive, fabulous Friday, self improvement Saturday. I can't believe it's been a week already. Anyway, I'm enjoying this beautiful sunshine again out in the backyard. Beautiful day. Get out there and do something fun. So, I thought I'd share a few of these funny memes. Probably one things that gets me through all of this is some of the memes that have been coming up. But before I get to that, do you know that today's episode is number 60? I've had 60 videos. I was looking through them the other day and I started counting them. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've done 60 of these. So if you haven't seen them all, you're welcome to go and look at some of the past ones if you want to. You can go to YouTube, just type in Paramore Project, and all my videos will come up. You can watch whatever you want. But here's my first quote for the day. Uh, See if anyone can relate to this. Is anyone else bored out of their mind, but busier than ever, and also exhausted and antsy and restless? Yeah, I can relate to that. Also got some other memes here which I wanted to share with you. Maybe brighten your day just a bit. Here's a few funny ones. My house got TP'd last night, and now it appraised at $875,000. Anyway, thought that was kind of funny. Here's one for you. Wow, we're just 3 to 4 weeks away from knowing everyone's real hair color. It's interesting. Um, Here's one that I like. Never in a million years could I have imagined going to a bank teller with a mask on and asking for money. That's a funny one. I love that one. Oh, and did you see Time's Person of the Year? Which I thought this one was hilarious. I don't know if you can see it or not. But Mayhem. Mayhem is Time's Person of the Year. Of course, I think that's not true, but it's actually very, very funny anyway. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I love this one. Anyone else's car getting 3 weeks to a gallon now? Have you noticed that? I don't hardly drive my cars at all. Oh, this one's a good one. March did not come in like a lion. It came in like a T-Rex with PMS and hemorrhoids, wearing wearing barbed wire undies. I like that. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna ask my mom if that offer to slap me into next year is still on the table. Like that one. Um, oh, here's one from Kermit the Frog. Not sure what's scarier at this point, taking my temperature or weighing myself. I like that one. Um, oh, this one was funny. Where's that? I miss the days when we were all terrified of romaine lettuce. And this one has nothing to do with COVID, but I thought it was funny. I just saw some idiot at the gym put a water bottle in the Pringles holder on the treadmill. What on earth was he thinking? So this was a funny one too. This is a picture of a family out tubing on a raft behind a boat, and it says, "Who wakes up one day and says, 'Hey, we're going tubing. Get the cat.'" I don't know if you can see this, but you can see this cat flying through the air off of the tube when they hit a wave. Anyway, I thought that was pretty hilarious. Let me see if there's any other good ones here before I move on. Um, Hope you all are having a fabulous week. Anyway, I'm going to move on. So, here's some good news for you, and I wanted to share some positive things because we hear so much negative right now. We need something uplifting. Two Ugandan entrepreneurs working to upcycle plastic waste after the government ordered all non-essential businesses closed. Peter Okwoko and colleague Paige Balcom, founders of Takataka Plastics, changed up their plastic business from roof tiles to face shields for medical workers. They've created hundreds of thousands of these. Their staff of 14 people includes 6 previously homeless youth who they brought in, and now they're no longer homeless. So they're making a difference in the world. One of my favorites, you'll enjoy this one. The National Veterinary School in Alfort, Paris, France, say that the tests that they've done determine that COVID sweat smells differently. It has a different smell to it. They've been training dogs to detect those different types of smells. And out of 168 samples from COVID patients, they've trained 18 dogs, and they've done the tests, and they're nearly perfect in all counts with these dogs. So now they can just bring a dog, detect COVID right away, and they don't have to do all the fancy testing. How about this for good news? Tammy Smith of Memphis just wanted to do her part. She's an Uber driver. She gave an exhausted nurse a ride home one night from work when this whole thing started. So then she got this idea to start buying and preparing meals and delivering them to frontline workers, medical doctors, nurses. She delivers now 60 meals a day on her own. She's raised enough money. During this COVID period, she has actually raised or delivered over 3,500 meals in just over 3 months. She had some car problems, and everybody got together and bought her a new car so that she could continue on with her great work. Good for everybody on that one, right? So there you go. How about this? For those of you stuck at home, research has proven by the University of London, testing 8,780 adults over 50 years old. Wow, does that fit me? By introducing a new hobby, it reduced the risk of depression by over 30%. And this was done across the board, both men and women. 30%. These often then also turn out to be much more than a hobby. So get out there, find a new hobby, do something, try something, who knows. In a show of solidarity, Monaco, the country of Monaco, sends 8 million masks to 15 African nations. King Mohammed VI, he sent masks, hair caps, and gowns, all handmade to these countries. So good for them. Did you see this? The town of Christiansburg, Virginia library wanted to keep kids reading during this whole period because they're not allowed to go to the library. Now this was an amazing idea. They got drones, and now they're delivering books of the choice of the child directly to their door with a drone. Can you imagine that? So the kid calls up and orders a favorite book that they want to read. Half hour, 45 minutes later, they're out on the front porch, and here comes a drone with a little box, cardboard box, with their book in it. I don't know which they'd enjoy more, the book or just the experience of it. Just incredibly creative, right? This one is a great one. Antonio Gwynn Jr., high school senior in Buffalo, New York. He was dismayed by all the damage that was caused by protests in his town, and didn't waste a minute. As soon as the protests ended, at 2 o'clock in the morning, get this, he gets up, gets some plastic bags, and he himself just started cleaning the streets. A high school senior. He cleaned, didn't stop, all night long, all the next day, mounds and mounds of bags of garbage he cleaned up. The people in the community were so impressed with his efforts and what he was doing, that they gave him a scholarship. And not only that, but there was a business owner there that had an old 2004 red Mustang, and he was going to do something. He was going to sell it for some money, and he actually gave this young man the Mustang, and then one of the local insurance companies offered to insure it for him for a year. He said that when he was driving it home, he pulled over and started to cry. Uh, what more can you ask for than that? So I would like to end with this. The takeaway for the day for you and for me and for all of us is this. If you see something that needs to be done this weekend, if you've walked past that same paper cup on the road, walk into your office and you neglect to pick it up for the last week and a half, or you see someone that is struggling with something or can't pick something up or needs some help in whatever way, don't think about it. Just stop and do it, okay? Be like this young man. If you want to make a difference, then be different. And in order to do that, you just got to not think sometimes. You just got to do. So it doesn't matter how small or big, just pull over, clean it up, fix it up, and make a difference, not only to yourself, but to everyone around you. So glad you joined me today, and have a wonderful weekend. Till tomorrow, be safe.